Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Welcome Bitcoin friends, it's Bitcoin Mamo. Today we'll be doing some technical analysis on Bitcoin, looking at possible price movements for Bitcoin and what we can expect in the coming week. So basically Bitcoin has been stuck in this pattern since the beginning of August, so the whole month. We're pretty much to the 1st of September now, and it's just this triangle pattern, and we did have a fake out here in the middle of the month. And we did come back down into the triangle, got support at the bottom here. We could break up, we could break down. Personally, I think we're going to break down, and I'll just go through some of the reasons why. So the measured move from this triangle, if we take the distance from the bottom to the top here, and we just attach it to the breakout point, if we do break up, we can see we'll be headed towards 13,500. If we do break down, we'll possibly come down to 9,650, 9,640, and this will be in the range where the CME futures gap is. So personally, I do think we are going to break down, and the reason is if we do a fib retracement here from the bottom of this pattern to the top here, or the last sort of downtrend to the top, we can see that the 61.8 retracement matches up with the breakdown from this triangle, and in between the 61.8 and the 65, which is known as the golden pocket. It's got an arrow here to show that, and also this red line here is the 200 daily exponential moving average. So I think if we'll drop, we'll probably get support on this. We could go down further with a wick to the 200 daily moving average here, which is at the 786 level, which would be down at 9,040. But personally, I think we'll probably bounce here because a lot of people will be looking to buy, reading the chart in a similar way. And also, this was sort of a resistance area in the previous pattern, so this should act as support. And it's basically the bottom of this main run up here. You see we went sideways here, and then we did take off pretty much from this point. So just looking at the volume here, we can see that the volume matches this triangle pattern. We're getting descending volume, and if we just look at the end point, sort of lines up here with the end of this triangle pattern. So this is a valid pattern. We're getting the descending volume, and usually these patterns tend to break out around 75% into this triangle. So we're basically almost there now. Within this next week, we're probably going to see a breakout. I think we might come up, get one more quick touch up at the top of this line. People might be doing a breakout trade here. Maybe it will break up briefly like this and then come back down just to catch those people out. And then we'll probably come back down and then have a crash down. It might not happen straight away. We might get a bounce here at the 38.2. So it might be sort of a staircase down. We just look at the daily stochastic RSI here. I've just got this trend line drawn. So I'm just watching it at the moment. It looks like we have broken out, but this day hasn't finished yet. So if we do come back down, we could come back into this trend line, get resistance, and come back down as we have this breakdown in this lower stochastic RSI range. We can see the RSI is still in the medium range at 56. so it does have room to come down. If we just go on to the weekly now, we can see the weekly stochastic RSI has got room to come down. It's been up in these higher levels, pretty much above 65 for quite a while now, and it is due for a correction. Same with the RSI, it's quite high, sitting at 70, and we can see that we have been going up for quite a while ever since this big crash. We went up, had sideways action, went up, sideways again. This is just a zoomed in version of this triangle pattern. We can just see the volume is descending. We are getting the tops here, and it's sort of corresponding with the tops on the chart. And we can see where we're basically due for a breakout anytime soon. I think between here and maybe the 5th, 6th of September. This is the Bitcoin chart just in trading view, and I just want to note something here. Tomorrow is a Tuesday, and I've noticed on the last few Tuesdays we have had quite big moves, and they have been red candles. So we can see last Tuesday we had this big dump from 11.7 all the way down to 11.1. The previous Tuesday we went from 12.4 down to 11.8, so these are quite big moves. The Tuesday before that went down from 11.9 all the way down to 11.1. That's a $800 move, and again the Tuesday before that a red candle in between green ones. Not quite as big a move, but still quite big. 11.4 down to 11,000 or 11.1, no 11,000. And Tuesday before that another red candle between green ones. 11,250 down to 10.5. So I'm thinking that maybe on the Tuesday we'll have another candle. Perhaps this will run up before the daily closes, and then we'll have a big drop down again. If we drop from the top of here down to here, it'll be a $700 move, quite similar to some of these other ones. This was $600. So I've also just got the daily ribbon drawn on here, and we can see we dipped into the daily ribbon. We are getting support off it, and we did break back up. But what I do notice, once this ribbon starts going sideways, we get support initially, then we dip a little bit into it, then a little bit further, and then eventually we might come all the way to the bottom, and then we might break the ribbon, and that might start the downfall. If we do have the drop on the Tuesday, this is the measured move from this triangle. If we come down to this support line, this will be around 9,600, 9,650 to 9,700, and I've just got that drawn all the way back from this initial drop at the start of 2019, just catching the bottoms here. So I think there's a lot of confluence that we will come down to these levels. I was expecting it to happen a bit sooner, maybe on this candle, but just looking at this bigger triangle pattern, it's more expected to do it maybe tomorrow or maybe a week later, even on the Tuesday, because the Tuesday does seem to be the day that we are having these big drops. But we will need to break this daily, and then we'll see quite a big drop, I think. So just on the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly EMA ribbon, it is in this zone between 9,000 and 10.1. So if we do have that drop to fill the gap, we'll probably get support on this ribbon and then carry on with the bounce. And just to show the CME futures gap, we've got that fib retracement drawn again from the bottom to the top here, the golden pocket in between the green and the purple lines, and this gap here, which is exactly in the golden pocket. So I do think we are coming down here. There's a lot of signs pointing to that. It's just a matter of when. If we zoom in here, we did actually see that we made a tiny gap here. So it's only at 11.7, so not much of a drop to fill that one. But just another sign that we do need to come down to fill this gap now also. So the CME futures price is trading at 11,860 currently. And if we just look at the difference between the CME futures price and the spot price, you can see there's a $140 premium on the futures price. So futures is trading higher than the spot price by $140. This is just the chart that I use to monitor it. It's just the futures price minus the Bitcoin price. So this could change, of course. We can see we hover, this is the 0 line where they're equal, and we can see we do hover between these. So we just have to look closely when we drop to see what the difference is here as it's happening. So how am I going to play this market? At the moment I don't have a trade on, so I'm just looking to get into a short. I've just got this triangle pattern drawn, so I'm going to start shorting at the top of this resistance level, and also up until this 61.8 level here and the 65 level. So I've just got shorts in here in this golden pocket range, and that's just from the top here down to the bottom. So just retracing as we do quite often to the 61.8. So I do think we'll go above this white line, quite like this fake out. Just catch out a bit of people that are doing the breakout trades here above here to catch the run up, and just get in the short here and hopefully ride it down if we do have this big breakdown. So that's how I'm playing the market. Hopefully this TA was helpful for you and your trading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Don't beat. Don't beat again.
No, no, no!
And again.
Bonjour, gentlemen.
Lord Bogdanov, Crab 17 was a stunning success.
Ça soit une virgule verte impressionne. La crabe se vendit, moi souris. Mr. Rothschild.
Forgive me, my lord.
Continue with the plan. Do not disappoint me. And garnish his richesse. Mr. McDonald.
I'm loaded.
Good. C'est tout.